Welcome back to Movie Monster Matchups. I'm your host, Mr. Freaky, and today I'll be pitting two nightmarish entities up against each other in one of the most requested monster matchups in the history of this channel. For those of you who are new, I'll be comparing these two's brains, brawn, and badass abilities to decide on who would win in a fight between them. On the one end of the ring, we've got Michael Myers, a lifelong killer who from a very young age began hearing voices telling him to kill. He eventually gave in to those voices and became a demon, killing teens for no explicable reason, except that he's just basically evil incarnate. At the other end of the ring, we've got Jason Vorhees, who is what's called a revenant zombie, which is essentially an undead zombie whose desire to fulfill a specific goal allows it to return from the grave to complete it. And for Jason, this goal is definitely to kill many people. Alright, so let's get into the brain category first. It's odd to think about it in this way, but Jason is for the most part a pretty emotional guy. His main reason for killing is to get back at teenagers who not only made fun of him due to his deformities, but were too busy hooking up at the lake to make sure his head stayed above water. This definitely differs from his opponent, who essentially has just about no real reason for killing. This I feel makes Michael Myers a much more cold-blooded and less forgiving serial killer. One thing I notice about Jason from a mental perspective though is, he gets very creative with his weapons usage. It's almost as if he enjoys just picking up random shit to kill people with. He's been seen using everything from spear guns to knives to even a sleeping bag to kill his victims. Michael Myers uses way less stuff. Generally he prefers just a kitchen knife. And I think he could possibly utilize a bit more creativity with his killing. He has broken out of some top security prisons, and he tricks people to a point where I feel like he does still have a good mental capacity. Therefore, overall, I'm going to say for brains, they both get a 7 out of 10. Next, I'm going to rate each monster's brawn, or in other words, durability and strength. So when it comes down to size, Michael Myers is actually a bit taller than Jason Voorhees. Most sources claim that Michael is about 6'8" and that Jason is between 6'3" and 6'5". However, from what I've seen, Jason definitely appears to be much bulkier than Michael in most movies. His feats of strength include going through concrete, decapitating someone with a single punch, freeing himself when he was pinned by a fallen tree, and literally breaking humans in half. Michael does have some massive feats of strength as well though. For example, he single-handedly carries a large tombstone a very long ways home with him. He's also ripped people's limbs off with his bare hands, pushed their eyes in, all sorts of stuff. Yet, I still think Jason does it with more ease. Like in Jason Takes Manhattan, where he punches that guy's head clean off. That would probably take the force of like a train hitting him in the face in real life. And I just don't know that Michael quite has that. Michael is extremely durable though. He comes back from many things. So no matter what happens, he won't be able to die. Jason has this exact ability too though. Although I'm assuming there would be some form of death for both of them if they were just literally blown to pieces or just completely incinerated to ashes. Although Jason still would be able to come back from that now that I'm thinking about it, because in Jason Goes to Hell, his heart possesses somebody to consume it, and then his spirit moves into that body. So it seems like there's literally nothing to do to kill Jason, except like send him out into space to just float away forever, which I bet he'd probably figure out a way to come back anyways. So in the end, Michael does have a lot of durability, but again, he doesn't seem like he has quite the ridiculous amount that Jason does. So therefore in this category, I'm going to award Jason with a 10 out of 10 for brawn, and Michael with an 8.5 out of 10. Lastly, let's get into the special abilities. Outside of his incredible strength, I would say that the only special abilities of Jason would be his ability to possess someone when he's essentially dead, like I had mentioned earlier. Then he also seems to have some way to track down campers no matter where they go, which kind of assumes some ability to sense where they are. He also swims really fast. It's kind of a funny ability to have, but he seriously does. However, Michael Myers' key ability is stealth. He seems to constantly turn up right behind you or disappear from something he just walked behind, which would be extremely beneficial in a fight against Jason. Even though Jason does have this a bit too, I just don't feel like he does it as well. Therefore, in this category, I'm going to give Michael Myers an 8 out of 10 and Jason a 7 out of 10. So there you have it, folks. Even though Michael Myers could sneak up on Jason and inflict the first attack, I just don't feel like there's anything Michael could do to completely annihilate Jason the way that he would have to. Therefore, I say Jason wins with 24 out of 30 over Michael's 23.5 out of 30. Let me know in the comments what you think would have happened, as well as put down any future matchups you'd like me to do, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay spooky, my friends.